In the Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensifies. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Washington's offense will go to work first. The last time these two met for the Apple Cup, it was the men in purple taking home the victory.
The Huskies took care of business, and they've dominated this series, and they kind of feel like they own this series. And the Apple Cup belongs to them. Washington State with a chance to prove them wrong today.
Washington normally has more NFL talent on the field, and I think that took over. That was the difference the last time these two teams played.
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for space. It's screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Nacua. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wazoo. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington coming to the line with another first down. On the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Harris. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Such a great job on the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have...
There he goes! He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pocket breaking down. And the defense defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Now, fourth down.
He's got great speed. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Lost a throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now facing a third and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 match. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Clemson. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In the sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. We've got to execute. We've got to lock in.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that one's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his tight end. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to go deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Malone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Splits the uprights, it's good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Durant. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Push down for the tackle. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy game. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
And take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, you know, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the set up to fail.
The throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Harris. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They march 78 yards down the field. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's busted. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it down the right side. Hits the crease. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Pressure coming. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the pass. Makes the catch. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Huskies and Cougars.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I got the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Off the play face. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Gets it out quickly. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Cougars come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Sends it back in motion. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Got it behind the line. It's Culliver. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. To the air on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Gonna run it. It's Hill. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Harris. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Culliver. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Steps away to find some room. Got out of trouble and throws. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I would say they got him exactly where they didn't want him as a defense. All that speed, he gets out. How about he tries to throw the football, can't fit it in there, throws the incompletion. The defense was scared for a second there.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I love the awareness by the DB. Great job, man. It's in your own end zone. You see the ball, you break on it. I'm not trying to catch that thing. I'm trying to swat it down. Make sure I don't give up the touchdown. Nice awareness.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up 14 over Maryland. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be turning it on. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's got no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Washington State has it all working right now.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Come. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the big fella. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Washington State will have to boot it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team. But this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
with the run on 1st and goal. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use it.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it out. It's Bostic. Nothing wrong with a touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion. Not had it drawn up. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Touchdown, Husky. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Washington State, 24.
He'll bring it out. It's Bostic. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
There he goes. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Cougars just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect them.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the single back. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Back to the ground game on the left. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a set.
He's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Washington State with it, 31.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bostic. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Under fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Malone. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. The Huskies had that.